This is one story I've never fully told before, so you guys are pretty lucky. Not to my sisters, not to my brothers, not to my mom, not to my dad, not to my closest friends. It is a story that continues to unfold before my eyes on a daily basis. One that defines my coming out experience. Still, it is a difficult story to tell. At some point late in my junior year of high school, I began thinking seriously about coming out of the closet. It was a purely idealized notion, wholly abstract. I did not know if I could actually come out of the closet. For 3 years, I've been holding it inside. I hadn't told anyone. This was my deepest, darkest secret. I feared what everyone would think about me. I feared what my parents would think, what my siblings would think. Aunts, uncles, my grandparents, teachers, everyone I respected. Everything I had worked for, I was about to break. It was a kind of schizophrenia, a mental split. I felt like I was living 2 different lives. I felt like I could not even be the same person in my bedroom at home. And then going to school, I was a completely different person. To teachers, family members, everyone, I was a completely different person, and I could not handle it any longer. So one January night, my junior year of high school, it was a freezing, freezing night. The cold that bites into you and does not let go. A night that any other sane person would want to just sit and curl up by the fire and go to sleep. I, however, by myself on my front porch, freezing, bearing the elements, thinking. I thought about my future mostly. My future as an out gay man. My future as a straight man. I thought about what people would think if I was a gay man and how people would perceive me. I did not know what I could do, and I was completely torn apart. Eventually, I made my way to my bedroom, shut the door, and started crying. That night, my 2 sisters walked in and asked for a reason for my obvious despair. I returned with silence. It was a million things all at once. I can't be doing this. I'm too afraid, too numb, too petrified. But I go for it. I'm gay, I exhaled. Silence. Are you sure? It could be just a phase, they both said. I'm quite sure, I responded. And within an hour, I had spilled my whole heart and soul to 2 unwitting friends. And when all was said and done, we all 3 went to sleep. However, that night, I slept a completely different person. I slept a gay man. A terrified, confident, excited, and happy gay man. Rather than cursing society that night, I praised it.
He's been digging for so long. Fingers raw and red, bleeding for hours. But still he continues to dig, searching for who he is, searching for his identity. And finally, he finds himself and he's silenced. He's afraid to expose himself, and he's bound in that silence, a prisoner. And so he buries himself until the time to tell all and reveal who he truly is.
She was beautiful and funny and outgoing. We tried dating for a while, a series of concerts and movies made extremely awkward by our inexperience. After a while, though, the shame of keeping our relationship from my parents just became too much. And so we broke up temporarily so that I would have time to wrestle with myself about how to come out to my parents. Before I could do that, though, she began seeing Chris. The two of us remained friends. I tried to deal with my feelings for her while she latched further onto her boyfriend, hanging off him every chance she got. It was really hard to see the two of them together. It really hurt sometimes. But having mutual friends, I saw a lot of her. That winter, Claire had a Christmas party. The guys quickly split to go play the new Xbox she got for Christmas from Chris. And the girls went off into one of the back bedrooms to talk. The bedroom is small, and so the seven of us piled onto a double bed, laughing and joking around. Claire was in a playful mood. She'd hung mistletoe all over the place and had been catching people off guard all night. As we laid there, though, on the bed, she started to move things further, from quick pecks on the cheek to real kisses. And I told myself, she's just being silly. And I really had myself convinced until she got to me. And then the next thing I know, she's kissing me. And for a second, it's perfect. It was perfect to be kissing this girl, my first crush. But then she pulled away and just as quickly moved on to someone else. I felt like I was watching from the outside as she started to move further with one of the other girls. I asked myself, who is this girl? This wasn't my friend. This wasn't the girl who just 6 months before had been too shy to do anything but hold my hand. Once we realized that she had no intention of stopping where things were going, the four of us left, leaving Claire with the other girl, Ashley, and my best friend. I later found out from that friend that the three of them had gone all the way that night. I was completely shocked. Not only did Claire's boyfriend not know what happened, but Claire herself had, in 6 short months, become a complete stranger to me. I bet she still doesn't know that she took my first kiss in what was to her just a moment of silliness. When I think about it, I think that most people would probably be thrilled to have their first kiss be with their first crush. But me, I'd have been just as content to wait.